would you do that? Why would you do that? Welcome back, Alpha Tribe. It's me, Alva. It's a safe space. This is my third and final episode of Cupcake on my trauma tea and therapy session. This is editing Alva from the future. I just wanted to say that if you haven't watched part 2 and 1 already, go ahead and do that first. First watch part 1, then watch part 2, and then come back to this video and finish watching it. Thanks. I don't have tea today, but I do have Haagen-Dazs chocolate chip ice cream. I'm almost done. It's kind of melty. That's why I'm like chomping. But I just wanted to start off by taking all your bad energy, turning it into something good and giving it back to you because you deserve it and I deserve it. If you're subscribed to me already, I just wanted to say thank you so much because it means a lot. And if you're not subscribed to me, like, why? Like, just click the button right now. It's not gonna cost you anything. Also, don't have me talking to the camera by myself and doing all this work and sharing my personal intimate stories with you for no reason. Of course it helps me, but it would help me more if you commented any comments, questions, concerns, or if you related to the story and you want to share your own story with me, type it up. I'll reply. And then last but not least, if you're entertained by the story at all, please hit the like button because that would help me tremendously. Part 3 about Cupcake. Look, Cupcake then financially fucked my shit up, okay? And then he had the nerve to like say that I was mad broke and tell all his friends who were my friends first, like from middle school, that I'm a broke ass bitch because I ended up borrowing some money from him. But it will be like, I'll get my stipend. Oh, at one point I couldn't work at all. I'll get my stipend on a Friday, and then on Wednesday I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So on Wednesday I'll be like, hey, can you lend me $20, $40, $50? Most I ever asked for was $50, and I'll pay you back on Friday. And then on Friday I pay him back first thing in the morning, trying to call me a broke ass bitch. Financially had me in a rut, lost my MacBook, lost my Apple Watch. So now we're talking about finances, right? Tell me why one day I had slept over his house again, my dumbass. I don't know why I didn't just leave the kid, but I had slept over his house, and the next day his mom was working 2 jobs because she had to support her 2 big ass kids. Well, the sister was a minor, so like I didn't expect her to, you know, take care of the family financially, even though I am accustomed to working since I was 14 years old, which is a pro and a con and another discussion for another day. But he was my age and we were already 20. I had turned 22, I think. I was 22. So I think I spent my 21st and 22nd birthday with him. Anyway, I'm in his house. I sleep over. His mom was getting ready. She worked like an overnight kind of shift and then a really early shift. So she had come from one job to leave to the next one. And she had like this tote bag. Can't even tell you what kind of bag it was, but it was like a tote bag. I'm sitting in the kitchen, which is like the furthest away from his room ever. And then she like, I know that she put her purse down next to me because that was the only time it was ever relevant to me. And then she left for work. So I'm like, all right. But like, bye, mom. Like, it's nothing new. I see her do this all the time. Like, I know that she's a hard worker and that she be going to work and shit. I think I was waiting to use the bathroom. I go into the bathroom, get myself ready for work, and I go to work, right? This is happening in like January. So at this point, I'm like pretty used to the shenanigans, but it doesn't excuse the fact that shit is happening that's not supposed to be happening. So whatever, I go to work. I come out of work and I'm talking to him, and he's at his job. He was a doorman. We're FaceTiming and I'm telling him about my day. I had 2 jobs at this point too. On my way to my next job to meet up with friend B, which is at that time my best friend. And he's like looking at me like, he's holding the phone down here. He's like, let me ask you something. He was like, my mom's wallet is missing. Because he had a face on it. I was like, what happened? Like, why you have that face? He's like, oh, my mom's wallet is missing and we can't find it, and it had like all of her stuff in it. Immediately I'm like, where did she lose it? Like, did she lose it at work? Did she lose it like on the train? What happened? And he was like, let me ask you something. Excuse me, you saw my mom's wallet? And I was like, no, I didn't see your mom's wallet. Like, are you accusing me of taking your mom's wallet? He's like, nah. I'm just saying, because like you were there this morning and blah blah blah. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no, I didn't take your mom's fucking wallet. First of all, I'm not even the type, like, honestly, me sitting here trying to explain to a camera why I wouldn't steal someone's mom's wallet is ridiculous. Like, I didn't think that I owed anybody an explanation then. I definitely don't owe anybody an explanation now. I don't even touch stuff that's not mine. Like, we could have an identical thing and I know what mine looks like because I don't like when people touch my shit. So I'm not gonna touch yours, especially your wallet. I have no reason to scam your mom, even though you lost my MacBook and my Apple Watch. I replenished my shit. I got myself my iPad, paid for it myself. I had gotten myself a new Apple Watch, paid for it myself. I don't need, like, you understand the mentality that I'm at when I'm talking about this type of stuff. For you to accuse me of taking your mom's bum ass wallet, how is that gonna help me? Your mom is working 2 jobs, raising 2 kids by herself. That doesn't help me. That's not something that I would do. I ended up getting a message from his mom like a few days later talking about it's better if I don't come around me. It's better if I don't come around. That I don't know what kind of influence you are on my son and blah blah blah. So, and that FaceTime conversation with him the day that it happened, I was like, when did she notice that it was missing? Like, when did it go missing? Because if they don't know when it got lost. So that means that you didn't notice your wallet was missing until all the way in the evening. You didn't use your Metro card, your debit card, your ID all day. That's in your wallet, but then it comes up that somebody tried to use her credit card to buy something on Amazon for like $300. I wasn't even using Amazon at that time. It doesn't even matter if I was or if I wasn't. I didn't use your mom's I didn't take your mom's stuff. Tell me why a few months later they find her wallet kicked under her bed. She should share a room with that little sister I told you about. I'm jacking it with a little sister. Promise you, jacking it with a little sister. Because, like, you steal money from your parents. I've never done something like that. I have never done some shit like that. Mom, can I have this? No? Okay. But steal my mom's whole entire wallet for like months? No. When that happened, I was like, this is ridiculous. I don't know why I'm in this situation. I'm not benefiting from this at all. I don't like people calling me a liar, a thief. These are not things that I'm used to. And you know, like, I have a relationship with people where like my integrity is everything. So maybe I won't tell you some stupid shit, but I will never steal from you. There is no reason for me to steal from you. Every time I think about it, I get upset all over again because it's just so out of character. And then also, you know what's worse? When did I ever make you feel like I was the type of person that would steal from you or your family? After me being so nice, so humble, so available, so present, so giving to your family. I would never. Like, fuck out of here. I have better shit to do than to steal from your fucking mom. Maybe you stole it because you stole my fucking MacBook and my Apple Watch. How about that? But I wasn't petty or confrontational at that point for me to be like, maybe it was you. I did say maybe it was your sister, and he was mad offended and like spoke to his sister and shit. And I had to like apologize to them for offending them. But it's like, you literally are bugging out. Like, you're literally bugging. So all of that happened. And then he started acting super duper weird around like March. That was around my 22nd birthday. He bought me my first Pandora bracelet. I have a beautiful Pandora bracelet now that I got as a gift, because the other one, you know, when you have like a bracelet or something, a piece of jewelry, and it pops, and it kind of in some cultures means that its job was done. Like, maybe you have an evil or a Hamza hand. Once it breaks, it's like it's done protecting you or done doing its job. That shit got lost a long time ago. I was done with that situation, girl. But anyway, he got me a Pandora bracelet and 2 charms. One of them was a ugly ass little pink cupcake. I don't like cake. Like, maybe he got it because it was my birthday. That makes sense now. But like, I really didn't like it. And that's why we call him Cupcake, because he's like a soft little pink cupcake. And then he was just acting hella weird. Like, if it was like a really big thing that he did for me, like, his energy was off, right? So okay, in June of that year, my very good friend passed away, and my world was shook. Like, I never experienced grief that way before. It was crazy. It was just, I don't have time or space to deal with anything else. And the way that I found out was I was smoking with my sneaky link, because at this point, it's already June, right? You acting weird since March and April. The beginning of June, I left you. I forgot to mention that, obviously. I broke up with him. I was like, I really can't do this anymore. Like, we could stay friends and see if it works out, but like, the commitment that I have to you it's not there. Like, I'm checked out. I don't want to do this. And he was like in denial, thinking that I was just saying I need a break, when I really was saying I'm breaking up with you. So even if I said I'm breaking up with you, it was kind of still like, can we still work it out? And I was like, no, like, we can't still work it out. I'm literally busy. I'm doing an internship. I'm doing my stuff. And then my friend passed away. In that time, though, I had been hanging out with one of my very good childhood friends, who was like my little sneaky link or whatever, because I'm not gonna just jump out of a relationship to get into another relationship. I could talk to whoever the fuck I want because I'm an adult at this point, but I'm not gonna be out here causing myself more drama and trauma. Which the story continues, because I ended up doing something similar to that. But anyway, I'm smoking with my sneaky link, and I got a message from a childhood friend saying, yo, our friend passed away. And I was like, nothing else mattered. Literally that whole summer, nothing else mattered. Like, everything revolved around the grief of my childhood friend. So it was really hard. At that point, I had started kind of getting more serious or whatever with the person I'm going to talk about in the next story time. But I say all of this to say that in August, Cupcake calls me and he's like, yo, mind you, he's still calling me a broke ass bum ass bitch to his friends. We're still like friends. I'm not like enemies with him, but we're not dating anymore. Like, I haven't seen you, I haven't hung out with you, I haven't asked you for shit. So he calls me. He's like, hey, I just want to tell you something, because I don't want you to find out on the news or to hear from anybody else. And I was like, what the fuck happened? What's this? I don't even know if I should be exposing him. But basically, what happened was, a few months prior, he had gotten arrested. This nice little video game music producing turtle, cupcake ass boy, got arrested. The police came to his door to pick him up, and he didn't want to tell anybody, not my current boyfriend, who was a close friend of his. You could call me a snake, whatever you want, I don't give a fuck. He didn't tell him what was going on. He didn't tell any of our close friends what was going on. He didn't tell his mother what was going on, or his sister, so much or me, to the point where they had called me talking about I'm such a bad influence and what could I possibly have gotten him into. And I'm here like, I don't even know what the fuck is happening. Like, really, they were thinking that I got him involved in something involving like drugs and shit. I was like, girl, that ain't me. So he tells me, remember when I got locked up and I didn't tell you guys why, because I said I didn't know? Well, it was actually because I did some pervy ass shit in a stranger's apartment, and I got caught on camera and arrested. And I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? After that call, I literally was like, you know what? I'm not gonna expose you. And this is not exposing, because if it was exposing you, I would have given you guys the fucking link to the article, bitch. But I was like, why would you do that? And I was like, good luck to you and good riddance, because I literally can't. Like, my mind is in my grief, and whatever you got going on, you need to go ahead and talk to Jesus, because I ain't the lady. I'm actually willing to talk about what happened. If you guys want to know, ask me in the comment section below. And I'm gonna be back for another one. Thank you guys for sitting with me and letting me just vent in these 3 parts. I really like my trauma tea and therapy episodes, and I hope that you do too. If you guys want more detailed stories, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to film them. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my room. So I hope you have a great one, and stay tuned for the next story time, which is about the traumatic ass boyfriend that I got after. Ugh. So I had 1 year wasted with Cupcake, less than a year, because I was like, I'm not gonna make a year with him if I'm not fucking with it. And that's why I broke up with him right before we made a full year together. Trauma tea and therapy. I'll see you guys in the next one.